Martin and John coming up on about a minute after 9 o'clock on this Friday evening. Don and Steve in the studio. All right, let's get into our featured band tonight. It's called Smack. In 1966, at the age of 16, guitar player Bob McGraw moved from California with his family up to Longview, Washington. Right away, Bob became involved in playing guitar in local bands and getting to know other musicians in the area. A popular spot for local players to meet and jam together was an appliance store called Corton's. The store also sold records and had a studio area in the back where weekend jam sessions would take place. This is where Bob got to know Mike Cleek, another guitar player in a local band called Panics. Eventually, Bob and Mike became good friends, and soon Bob was asked to join the Panics and replace the current guitar player that they had. With Bob McGraw joining the group, a decision was made to change the direction of the group and come up with a new name. Smack was chosen. The idea of the new name came from a cheesy graphics during a fight scenes from scenes in the Batman TV show that was popular at the time.
It sure was. And folks, if you remember that TV show, it was very campy. At the time, it wasn't a serious thing. It was making fun of Batman and everything. Robin and everything in the whole business. And when they had a fight scene, the graphics on your TV would show, great big stars and, boxing gloves or whatever it was. And it would say smack, right? Or what else, Don? Doink. Bam.
Boink.
Boink. Bonk. Wham. Right. And I'm going, they could have called themselves Wham only, as we know.
Somebody else
had that group a little later. So anyway, folks, they call themselves Smack. And it is funny because smack was also, at the time, slang for heroin. And so on my email, I had a notice. Chuck sent you smack. Oh, shh, be quiet. So the members of Smack included, now remember, this is 1966, and these are high school kids.
Right.
And Don is a little younger than I, not that much, but that would have been me. But I had no talent like that. Folks, we are here at 92.7, 92.1 in awe of the Mid-Willamette Valley bands, high school, college bands that Chuck has found. It was a gold mine of sound. Garland Records and the Salem National Guard Auditorium, and wow, just wonderful stuff.
Golden years.
Yes, just wonderful stuff.
Yeah, absolutely.
Unbelievable. The members of Smack included Mike Cleek on guitar and vocals, Bob McGraw, rhythm guitar, Phil Pepin on drums, and Mark Rowland, good musical name there, Mark Rowland on bass guitar. And with the group made up entirely of high school students, two of the band members' parents were deeply involved, and they were into managing the band and mom and dad's designing matching uniforms, right? And we've had that with a couple other bands that we've done here on Friday nights, and they kept Smack busy by booking dance halls, armories, and schools for the group to play in. Kept a busy schedule at the dances, opening for other bigger name Northwest bands like the Wailers, Don and the Good Times.
At the Salem Armory Auditorium, they opened for shows featuring the headliners Tommy Boyce and Bobby Hart. In 1969, they won the Kissin' Radio sponsored Battle of the Bands contest at the Oregon Teen Fair in Portland. As winners, they were awarded the title of Best Rock Band in Oregon and some recording time at Green Islands Recording Studio in Salem. The sessions resulted in the release of a 45 RPM record in 1969 at Garland Labels with 2 cover tunes, Hit the Road Jack and Susie Q.
And if you find a Garland Label 45 at your garage sale, Hit the Road Jack on one side, Susie Q on the other side, buy it.
There you go.
It's a
collector's item for sure.
Tell you what, anything on Garland Records, folks, we've been turned on to that by Chuck and by you and by eBay and on these Friday night shows. If you find anything at a garage sale or a stack of records that your mom has or your grandmother has or something like that, and it says, and they were teenagers in Oregon, and there were many of them, and it says Garland Records, those are keepsakes.
There you go.
Don't throw them away. Those are keepsakes. This is wonderful stuff. And as many bands experienced, college came along, maybe the army, marriage, whatever it was, and the band did break up after the end of high school when college and marriage happened.
All right.
So we are going to hear 2 songs, folks. Double sides of a 45. One side is Hit the Road Jack, and the other one is Susie Q. Both of them, legendary rock and roll songs.
go. That wraps up our featured band tonight for you. Oh, boy, what a great sound those guys had. Smack! Taking a name from an early 60s campy TV show,
yeah.
Batman.
Bam.
Boom, boom, oof, ouch.
How do you beat it?
Whatever, but
Well done, guys.
Batman, huh?
And again, Chuck, if you want to contact any members of the band, we've had that happen a couple of times, and let them listen to what we've done. We sure appreciate that. These guys, and they're all 70 now, 69, 71, something like that, and I think they might like hearing themselves again on the radio, huh?
Yeah, they. I'm sure they enjoy, a little poke back from their heyday, and that there's still a few people out there that enjoy their tunes and stuff, and
You and me.
yeah, you and me, and
I'm
few
thinking
of our
most
listeners.
of our listeners, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. And I've had mentioned our show to a few of the people around the school district and stuff. One of these days, I'm going to get over there and get those pictures from Grant and the Blue Boys.
Grant and the Blue Boys, a big Lebanon band, so
Yep.
big that they had, because of the tragic car accident that took the life of their leader, they have a Grant and the Blue Boys memorial concert at Lebanon High School,
Right.
even though this was decades ago when they were at their heyday. And that is true. So many of these Northwest bands, folks, we want to thank Chuck for looking a lot of them up. And if you want to listen to what we've done, just go to YouTube. All you got to do is put in Sweet Home Radio, that's us, and feature, the word feature. I tried it with just Sweet Home Radio, and it didn't. Because Google being what it is, or I use DuckDuckGo, who cares, or YouTube being what it is, didn't put in all of the
Doesn't bring them
shows
all.
that we
Doesn't bring them all up.
But if you include, and I found this little magic formula, if you include the word feature, you get them all. You get them all. Just go to YouTube, type in Sweet Home Radio and feature, and you will get them all.
I really liked both of the songs, but I got to
Yeah.
lean to Susie Q just
Oh,
the edge.
Susie Q.
just an edge.
You want to do Susie Q again?
Sure, we're going to do that. So
All right,
anyway,
we can do the original Labor 2 cover song.
thanks, Chuck, for recommending the group Smack for our featured band tonight. Appreciate that. And we're going to wrap it up now. So
It was
a great group. Yeah.
67, 68, 69, whenever that 45 was recorded, raw rock and roll by, I just love this. It was a high school band, and they had this exuberance going that you don't have when you're 35 years old. You know what I mean? And so did the originator of the song, a guy named Dale Hawkins. And here is the original, raw, exuberant rock and roll. It's called Susie Q, 92.7, 92.1.